Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's been a while since I've done a post-game reaction. I try not to do that because we've got Stan, the man, over there with Gooners Vancouver doing his post-game reaction. But I thought, let me just get my video in before Stan does his bits and pieces over there. But what a game. What an absolute cracker of a game. It's Arsenal are like a box of chocolates because when you open them up, you just don't know what you're going to get. However, the box of chocolates that I opened up gave me a big surprise. Oh, happy day. Yeah. Sorry about that, people. I don't know what happened there. Obviously, I'm not used to doing these post games reactions. I just try not to do it because we've already got, like I said from the intro, we have Stan the man doing his bits and pieces there. But again, it's a game of two halves, wasn't it? A game of two halves. Just when I thought, oh no, here we go again. It's like they just kind of brought up or they produced the goods. And so the first half, again, was so pedestrian-like. And I was wondering, why was it that with all the space, acres of space that the defenders had, you know, with David Luiz and I can't remember his name there, Bellerin, they were in acres of space, but yet they weren't going forward. And I was thinking, are they still stuck? Are they still stuck at, on their training camp in Dubai? But I'm not sure what Arteta said to them at halftime, but whatever he said absolutely worked. It was an absolutely completely different Arsenal we saw. And so it just goes to show, with a little bit of confidence, a little bit of forward thinking, getting the ball forward, does wonders for you. And so, yeah, Pepe started the ball rolling. He got the ball wide and he crossed the ball in. And who met the header? It was our talisman again, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, to header the ball in. And it was the beginning of great things. And how much I wanted Eddie Nketiah to score. And unfortunately, he had maybe a couple of chances, one of which was trying to walk the ball into the goal. And the defender, actually took the ball away from him. And yeah, he lost the opportunity. The second opportunity he had three, one of which was in the first half when Ozil pinged the ball to him and he tried to curl it around the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper, it was quite a comfortable save for him. And the last one where he hit the crossbar. He should have really scored, actually, and Nketiah. But, these things happen. These things happen. You just have to keep going. And so, so Aubameyang, started the ball rolling with a wonderful header. Absolute wonderful header. And then, Bukayo Saka, fantastic. I mean, he had the wing backs on their side, the defender on the right back, twisting and turning, not sure, whether to stick or twist. And then, lo and behold, he nutmegged I think it was the wing back, can't remember the guy's name. And that's one thing, to nutmeg the defender. But the second thing is that he actually delivered the ball pin perfect to Pepe to score the second goal for Arsenal. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful there. And so just when I thought, things couldn't get any better, the guy who actually divides the fan base more than anybody else, Mesut Ozil, scored, a really good goal. Actually, it's like, I know he passed the ball into the goal, but even then, the goalkeeper had a slight chance to save it, but he didn't get to do it, did he? But it was 3-0. And just when I thought things couldn't even get better still, the one player who has not scored a goal in best part of 9-10 games, in the dying seconds of injury time, scored a goal. It scored a goal. And on the replay, you could see that he did like a 1-2 with himself. He kicked the ball, and then I think it hit his left foot and it went into the goal. But this is the kind of luck that a striker needs to get back on track. And the funny thing is, you know, we did the easy talk, strangely enough, on a Saturday because I had things to do on a Valentine's Day on a Friday. And Mube Guna, you know, IG, Max from Us Bros Rants, you know, yeah. Again, with Arsenal, you just don't know what you're going to get with Arsenal. And so, who predicted a 4-0 win? Nobody. Nobody on the face of this earth. I'm sure, excuse me, I'm just so hyped now, predicted a 4-0 win for Arsenal. My man of the match is Dani Ceballos. Dani Ceballos. You know, we know I did a preview about him in the week where, you know, he actually said that he wanted to stay at Arsenal. He wanted to prove himself, and given any opportunity, he didn't want to go back to Real Madrid, even though he had the opportunity to go. He said, no, I'm going to stay. I'm going to prove my worth and prove myself. And this evening, for me, he was man of the match. He commanded the midfield. He was asking for the ball. Short plays, long plays, bringing in players in, and even defending as well, even though I thought the referee, at each opportunity that Danny actually tried to defend, he was blowing up the whistle so very, very quickly. But for me, Dani Ceballos, for me, was man of the match. Man of the match. I know some of you are probably, yes, you can come into the chat and tell me who was your man of the match, but for me, it definitely was Dani Ceballos. So, yeah, I think we are, in 9th or 10th place still, but we need that momentum. We need to get some momentum because we've had how many draws there? So hopefully, with only a few more games to go until the end of the season, hopefully this will be a watershed moment for the team because, again, the first half there, any half-decent opponent would have probably gone at half-time 1 or 2-0 up because every time Newcastle were on the attack, they looked quite threatening. And then we were playing into their hands. Again, it was just so slow. So Arteta, what are you telling the guys? You've had 2 weeks. 2 weeks at Dubai. But listen, I'm not going to critique because it is a time to celebrate the win. 3 points, because I actually did say it was going to be, I said it was going to be 1-1, I think. And Mube Guna, I'm not sure. I know you're in the house, and we're going to get into the chat in a moment. But no, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I almost shouted the house down, man. Lacazette scored his goal. Oh, I was so happy for him. And I know there were question marks about the starting 11 because we did not see Gabriel Martinelli, did we? And I know there were some groans I saw on Twitter there. Where's Gabriel Martinelli? You know, how can you have some kind of continuity if you keep making changes there? And yeah, a lot of the players just did not show up in the first half. Got to start fast from the beginning right to the end. Because even at 2-0, I was thinking, this is for Arsenal to lose. Only Arsenal can lose it from this point and there on in. But they didn't lose. They did a great job. Absolutely fantastic job. So to my team Arsenal, with the Arsenal and Arteta, I do applaud you. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. So guys, you have to excuse me. I'm going to go into the chat. I'm actually using my phone. Yeah, my phone is a long story. And I'm also using a small laptop here to try and see if I can read the comments. So let's quickly get into the comments here. And I've got one from Atonian TV. He says, hello, mate, and hello to you. And then what we've got here, we've got Mube Guna, who says, guys, I'm very, very sorry. It's just so small here. I can't read it. Let's have a look. Sorry. Oh, dearie me. This is not good, is it? Not good at all. But I'm sure you guys can read it anyway. So he says, hello. Yes, Mube. And you're saying it was your number 10. Who's the number 10? Danny Tobias was the number 10 man. Ha! Ha 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 ha. And then Sanjay Joe says my man match was Saka. Yeah, for me it could have been any one of maybe 4 players. You know, Saka, Aubameyang, not really. Özil could have been. Ceballos could have been. So yeah, it could have been any, between 3 or 4 players, actually. But again, my man of the match has to be Danny Ceballos. Absolutely sublime, man, sublime. And then we've got one here again. Guys, really excuse me. Mube says that Özil and Ceballos link up was really, really good. Yeah, it was. It's. What can I say, man? Just you when you need your players to show up. I don't care if they're on £1, $1, €1. They're being paid to do a job. And the first half, none of them deserved to have their salary. Actually, I would cut their salary in half and donate, the other half to Canon 4 TV. But that's a different story. All right, and next one. Again, guys, really excuse me. Let's have a look here. I've got Evertonian TV. He says, would you like to join my live stream? Well, listen, send me a message in my Twitter, in a DM. We are at Canon 4 TV, and we'll discuss whether I'm available to come onto your podcast. And Mube also says, good to see that we're taking chances. Yeah, but again, Mube, it's like a lot of the players, Özil is a culprit. When you get close to an area, have a shot on goal. You can't score unless you have a shot on goal. Don't be so goal shy. Have a shot. You never know your luck. But it was good to see the players, literally they were just having, pots all over the place. Sanjay says that Laka should start next match. No, not so soon. Let's just hold things back just a little while. Okay, remember the guy, he's been fighting for confidence. He's got the goal, but no, he's got a long way to go. Let's stop chopping and changing. Okay, we got the 3 points. We got 4 goals. As much as I critiqued and I wanted Gabriel Martinelli to score, or actually to be on, in the first 11, Arteta will probably say to you guys, well, what are you talking about? We won 4-0. So let's not chop and change. Laka, like most players, have to fight for their places. Got to fight for their places. Nobody should be an absolute automatic shoo-in for the positions there. But I just hope it is, like a watershed moment for these players there. Really, really good. Really, really good. Next one. Yeah. And Mube's right. Even Pepe, he could have been man of the match. Like I said, 4 players, 3 or 4 players could have been, man of the match. But no, it's just absolutely fantastic. Really good run out, amongst the players there. And more. Mube, I absolutely agree with you. Start Nketiah on Thursday. Start him. Again, just because he didn't score, he had a good game tonight. But I would love, for Nketiah to start on Thursday against Olympiacos. Guys, remember as well, whoever's watching now or maybe at a later stage, make sure you subscribe to Canon Fodder TV on all platforms. We're up and running here on YouTube as well as on Twitter. Again, I am trying to stay away from doing post-games reactions because, again, we've got Stan the Man with Goons from in Vancouver doing the post-game reaction. So I would really be duplicating, what he's doing. But I thought I'm so hyped, for the game that, play against Newcastle. I thought, let me get my post-game reaction in quickly before Stan the Man and his lot in Vancouver with his bits and pieces. So again, make sure you subscribe to Canon 4 TV on all platforms so you can receive all the latest and greatest news. Yeah, right here on Canon 4 TV. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I wrap this up? Absolutely buzzing. Fantastic. Really, really good. Just a quick reminder, that on Monday, which is tomorrow, for most of you guys, we are back with fan comments. We're gonna have IG in the house along with James Rowe, we're gonna be talking about European football again. Yeah, we're back in action on Thursday against Olympiacos, and it's going to be a 5:30 UK start in the evening. So make sure you get your questions or any comments coming to the chat, the live chat, and yeah, we'll put them to James Rowe and IG in Dunguna, all the way out there in India. Yeah. Right. Is there anything else you guys really want to talk about? Again, I'm just really buzzing. I'm absolutely happy, that we got the win. Lacazette, is back. He's back. He scored a goal, but I don't want to see him starting next game. Again, let him come from the bench. Let him fight for his place. We've always said that players must not feel like they are an absolute shoo-in for all the games. Nah, you got to fight for your place. You have to fight for your place. Right, let's just see if there's anything else. If not, I'm going to wrap up this post-game reaction. Anything else? Guys, what do you think about our back line? Do you think how do you think Bellerin did? I thought Bellerin was very shaky this evening. A few times he lost possession of the ball. He's lost his pace. He's not. You've got to have something as a defender. Either you're excellent defending, or you have some pace. And for me, Bellerin has lost a lot of his pace. It's not the same. It's not the same Bellerin that we had, when he first came at Arsenal. So, guys, tell me quickly before I wrap this post-video reaction. What do you think about Bellerin? Did he have a good game, or do you think there's going to be some question marks over his position in the 11? I thought David Luiz had a relatively good game. Saka had a good game, and it's funny. This guy, Granit Xhaka, he got a yellow card, didn't he? A needless yellow card. But anyhow, right, guys. I don't think you have any more comments or anything else you want to say to me, or debate, or talk about. Let's see if we can pick up this last comment here. Mube says that Bellerin wasn't good, but Mustafi was surprisingly really good. But then again, did they have much to do? For me, the second half was just complete shutout for Newcastle. Once Arsenal got into the rhythm, Mube, I thought, yeah, this is the Arsenal that we want to see. I think the first half, they had to fight for their wages. They had to work for their wages. But I thought the second half, they were okay. But again, for me, Bellerin, I think it's good that we've got Suarez, and also your man as well, Mube, AZ Maitland-Niles, to give him some competition, because right about now, I would prefer to have AZ Maitland-Niles at right back, to be honest. But and again, that's just me. Listen, guys, I'm going to call it quits, but I'm also going to say thank you to everyone who came into the chat. Really good. Again, I just wanted to get this in before Stan, the man, does his Gooners Vancouver's post-game reaction. But, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button so you can receive all, not some, but all the notifications and the latest and greatest news right here on Cannon Fodder TV. But listen, if you've been wondering who you've been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. And my prayers were answered, because we got 3 points. Breaking news.